Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Rittenhouse has revealed how he got his AR-15, and it was through government stimulus money. And, he's talking all that, I don't regret it. Well, guess what? They don't regret putting your ass in jail in Wisconsin and trying you as an adult. They don't regret that either. So this came out on NBC News November 19th, 2020. Kyle Rittenhouse cashed a coronavirus stimulus check to purchase the semi automatic rifle that authorities said he used to fatally shoot two men in Kenosha, Wisconsin, he said. In a phone interview with the Washington Post, posted Thursday, the jail, Rittenhouse said he acted in self defense and has no regrets for arming himself. That fateful August night, as protesters marched in wake of Jacob Blake's shooting by police. Rittenhouse, 17, who worked as a YMCA lifeguard, was arrested at his home in Antioch, Illinois, a day after the fatal shootings of Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, 26, on August 25th. I got my $1,200 from the coronavirus Illinois unemployment because I was on furlough from the YMCA and I got my first unemployment check. So I was like, oh, I'll use this to buy it, Rittenhouse said in his first jailhouse interview. He wasn't old enough to purchase the weapon himself. Authorities allege that he had a friend in Kenosha buy the AR-15 and hold it for him in Wisconsin. Yeah, and that friend got arrested. Okay, Rittenhouse, who lives across the state line, just 20 miles away, said he was out on the streets of Kenosha, southeast Wisconsin, on August 25th to protect local businesses. And that business owner said they did not ask for protection. And ladies and gentlemen, they're just using that as an excuse to be out on the street with a weapon. Because one thing I know about these folks, just growing up around them, they love showing off their weapons. They love letting the world know they got a weapon. Okay, that's what it's all about. And they're just using the excuse of businesses just to, make it look like they got a legitimate reason when they really truly don't have a legitimate reason at all. And that business owner is not going to vouch for Kyle Rittenhouse protecting a business he didn't ask for. He didn't ask for any protection for his business. So I guess he thought he was going to use that as a shield. Well, that business owner has come out strong to let you know, no, I did not say to anybody I needed protection for my business. So these guys are just using that as an excuse. They think it's a justifiable excuse to be out there waving and brandishing a gun at people and killing them, just like Kyle Rittenhouse did. So Rittenhouse, we know his mother drove him there, and you saw pictures of him that night with his weapon, slinging his AR-15 over his shoulder, a medic bag on his hip. I was going into a place where people had guns. No, you went into the place where you were the one on the street with a gun. Because if somebody else had guns, I'm sure they would have returned fire on your butt. And God forbid somebody brought a gun to me and decided to shoot me. I wanted to protect, which I ended up having to protect myself, Rittenhouse said in the post. Trust me, y'all, they're just using that protect businesses as an excuse. It's just an excuse. Okay, so later he did say he regret arming himself. Rittenhouse said no. This was the newspaper questioning him. No, I don't regret it, he said. I would have died that night if I didn't. I feel like I had to protect myself. Rosenbaum, one of the victims, had long struggled with mental illness and suicide attempts. He just been released from a hospital earlier that day. His fiance, this is what his fiance told the Post. All right. So she said they spent hours in a motel where she lived and cleaned rooms. But because of the previous arrest of a domestic violence charge, Rosenbaum left the motel that night, fearing he would be arrested for breaking an order of protection, she told the newspaper. She urged him to steer clear of downtown Kenosha, but he somehow ended up in the middle of a protest. A video taken by a bystander appears to show Rosenbaum running at Rittenhouse and throwing a plastic bag at him moments before shots rang out and Rosenbaum crumbles to the pavement. She said that bag he was carrying was filled with his belongings that he had with him when he left the hospital. She rejected Kyle Rittenhouse's self-defense claim. I don't think there's any sort of self-defense when there's an unarmed person in front of you and you're holding an assault rifle 2 feet away. Kenosha County District Attorney Michael Gravely couldn't be immediately reached for comment Thursday. I don't think it's smart, being that anything he says, even an interview, can be held against him in court. They can use his words against him. And when you look at what he said, it's like, I don't care. I went out there with a gun. I don't care that I had to shoot somebody. I don't care. They're going to use all of that against him. He's not very smart. And whoever his attorney is, his attorney should have been telling him, don't do any interviews, don't talk to anybody, because you say the wrong thing, they're going to use this against you in court. He gave them a lot of good ammunition in this interview alone. Should have just kept his mouth shut, but we know people like him can't do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.